What up? It's your boy E with not only boxing, bringing that toe-to-toe value that's undisputed in any industry. Well, it appears though as the CINNABUM has still, to this day, his mind believes that he didn't lose to Floyd Money Mayweather. In his brain, he only views it as a learning experience. And if I touched on this video before, I'm touching on it again. It's because we need to hammer this point home. It's because this is the first time I've ever in my entire life heard a boxer go on record and state that his only loss is not a loss, right? He's not even taking responsibility for the fact that he lost, okay? It's because leading up to that fight, Canelo Alvarez is the most overconfident individual, in the universe. But after he lost, he even openly admitted on record immediately after the fight how great of a fighter Floyd Money Mayweather was, and that he lost the fight fair and square. Now all of a sudden, right, since all these Canelo sexuals are out here, blowing hot air up his ass, right? Not only that, they got their hair so far up his ass, we can literally see that their shoes ain't tied, right? But Canelo Alvarez, for the most part, bro, he's created this facade, man, this fantasy land that he enjoys relishing in, just to stir up, his idiotic fan base, right? And it's mind-blowing to me, after all of this time, right, that this individual still is yet to accept responsibility. He still refuses to accept responsibility for the fact that he's pop positive on 2 different occasions for clenbuterol, not one, okay? And not only that, but the long, lengthy list of gift decisions and ducks on his record, it just amazes me, bro, that no matter what the situation is, Canelo Alvarez is always going to just, rub it off like it ain't shit and fail to take responsibility like a true sportsman would, right? So not only does he cheat, not only does he duck, not only does he pay judges and whatnot to get the victory, the one loss he has on his record, he refuses to accept any responsibility for it. But then again claims that he wants to become the first undisputed Mexican in boxing history in the weakest division in boxing. Y'all see all of the red flags, right? How many times I gotta go through this? And I'm telling y'all gonna learn this weekend. So anyway, man, let's get into this bullshit. So Canelo stands alone as boxing's biggest star. Let me stop him right there. First of all, Errol Spence is the #1 pound for pound fighter in the sport. So what is Talk Sports talking about? You know what I mean? Anyway, so at 30 years old, he has a phenomenal record of 55, 6-2. All right, it's because we gotta throw those gift decisions up in there. Okay, his 2 draws came against Jorge Juarez, and just his 5th fight in the classic Gennady Golovkin robbery. Okay, so however, the only loss he suffered came via majority decision to Floyd Mayweather, a man who retired with a perfect record, widely considered as one of the greatest boxers of all time. But rather than dwell on defeat, Canelo, aka the CINNABUM, looks at it as a life lesson. Y'all see all of the L's here, right? God don't make no mistakes, bro. Just gotta pay attention, right? So heading into this fight, he held wait, no, that's the Mayweather fight. Okay, still talking about that. So what is he saying? At 23 years old at that time, suggested a bit more experience would have come in handy. Not only that, but you know, a lot more footwork and speed too, is because we all know that you can't cut off the ring against somebody who's faster than you. And that's going to be your problem upcoming this weekend, is because we know how the Reynoso camp get down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been trained, and y'all ain't got experience with cutting off the ring with somebody who has speed. So I've grown so much, he told Iron Mike. And I always thought I needed to fight with Cotto, Laura, and all of those guys, and then Floyd. But that's what it is, you know. That's what it is. I'm okay. So basically what he's saying is that he felt in his brain that if he would have fought Laura and Cotto first, that he would have had enough skill to defeat Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, y'all see where I'm going with this, bro? You know, not only does this idiot feel in his brain that if he and Floyd Money Mayweather were to fight in their prime, that he'll knock Floyd Mayweather out. Not only does he have 5 gift decisions, you know, on his permanent record, you know, because none of this is going anywhere. No matter how you CINNABUM Man fans and Canelo sexuals try to rewrite history to allow it to fit your narrative, the truth is that he has 5 gift decisions on his record, 7 ducks on his resume, from the 54s all the way up to the 75s, all right? You know, I've gone through this how many times, right? So clearly it's the truth, okay? And not only that, but he has 2 failed drug tests on his record. One after questionably stepping into the ring with a champion with a steroid in his system, okay? So not only does he have all that on his record, but he also, you know, he doesn't show any loyalty to anybody but himself, all right? Canelo Alvarez is an interesting turning point, a pivot point in the history of boxing. It's because back in the day, you know, the champions was looking to fight champions. I mean, some of the great ones got ducks on the record, like Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I can't sit down and say Tommy Hearns or Marvin Hagler do, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of great boxers that have ducks on their record, but never in the entire history of the sport you have an individual who ducked a total of 7, okay? And is still allowed to continue to do this, you know, even into the latter stages of his career. So let's move on. So he's saying, I've grown so much, you know, blah, blah, blah. We've been through that already, you know. So you notice here, you see the imagery. Let me show y'all something. I bet you $20, right, that there's not one picture on him with him getting punched in the face. How much y'all want to bet? I've never seen this file before. But see that? Look, 1, 2, 3. You ain't gonna see none of him taking a punch. But I'm gonna fix that though. See, I'm gonna tell the truth. See, they got their heads so far up in a butthole. They know exactly what this bitch done ate, you know, 4 years ago. So he's saying I needed more experience and maturity. I don't think that I don't think of that fight as a loss. I think of it as a fight that I learned from that fight. Whatever. When I fought Miguel Cotto, that was my best fight. I feel like when I won that fight, I feel like, okay, my best moment is coming. After you beat up a washed up Cotto, and after that, you successfully evaded CHARLO for 3 years after he was granted the franchise title from the Lucio Suleiman and the great BITCHs down there, your countrymen, okay, the good old folks over at the WBC, right, the corruptive entities, right, and his daddy wasn't no different, Jose Suleiman wasn't no different, you understand? So for you to feel that your moment was coming when you got all them ducks on your record. Not only that, but Sergiy Derevyanchenko took a dive, you know, against you. You know, that's a fact. And then you successfully evaded David Benavidez and took on a fighter, a former champion, who was robbed, who robbed John the Gorilla Rider in their matchup, right? And then you fight an old PED infused bag of potatoes, namely that punk Turkish, or however you say him, whatever he is, that Turkish sissy, that Turkish punk who quit on his stool, right? You know, overmatched when you could have fought David Benavidez. This man's been calling you out for the past 3 years. So you got all these ducks on your record, right? And you know, the most in boxing history, okay? And you have the audacity to sit here and continue. This is not no old news, man. This was posted, look, May 2nd, 2001 at 9 o'clock, right? So this is just recently. They revisiting this dumb shit. And it's my responsibility to chop that dumb shit down in the name of Salvador Sanchez, right? The greatest Mexican boxer who ever lived, in my opinion. No disrespect to the great Julio Cesar Chavez, but Canelo is not even top 10. And that's according to his former advisor, Bernard Hopkins. So let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment box below. I'm done with this one. It's your boy E, and I only box, and signing on to the next one. Holla at your boy 100. Whoop, out.